What up, Herd? Welcome to another episode of Cover Lovers, where we get to talk about this week's incentives as well as store exclusives. And joining me tonight is none other than Jeff at Geek Driven. Jeff, how you doing?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, thank goodness. All right. I thought I muted myself. Yeah, so this is Jeff. Yeah, it's a Monday. It's the Mondays. Yeah, it's Jeff at Geek Driven. I'm here for another episode of Cover Lovers. Just left my office party. Um, I am stuffed. I've eaten a hamburger, a bacon dog, a street corn, chips and guac. I'm stuffed.
Man,
I'm stuffed.
man, that's a lot
we're,
of food.
we're spoiled. We're spoiled. They're playing games. They're drinking right now, and they're watching a Monday Night Football. So, yeah.
Yep. And that's what Big Rob is doing right now. He's watching his Dallas Cowboys play against the Los Angeles Chargers. So, should be an interesting night. And Mike, right now, we're waiting for him. Hopefully, he'll be jumping on. And Steve is, well, doing Steve things. He's taking care of work. All right. And as always, before we get started, let us give a quick shout out to our sponsors. Really quick, don't forget, use code Nirvana14 for 30 days of unlimited cover price for only 99 cents. And Bird City is another one of our sponsors. And don't forget to use TNH10 to save yourself 10% off your purchase over there at Bird City Comics. And as always, a quick shout out to our Team Nerd Herd Horsemen, Uncle Rudy, Something Wong, Deanna Manglin, 2K12. Thank you guys for everything that you guys do. And don't forget to give a follow to Eddie, our resident DJ, on Instagram at Beats by Monster. All right, let's dive into the chat. GT Key, what is going on? Apollo, thanks for stopping by. Got some covers for you, Apollo. Trish, oh my God, I can't wait to hear everything about your trip over there to.
So jealous of all the food pics that she posted.
I know, it makes me hungry. Does it makes you even more hungry, even though you had like a feast?
Okay, that Disney food that she showed, that's a whole nother level. What I had at my office party. Okay.
All right. All right, and shout out to Sam I Am. What is going on? Happy Monday to you too, sir. And Inja Binja, what is going on? And yes, it was so good. All right. All right, let us get... Oh, he's running a little late, but that's all right. He's going to be joining us. Mike will be joining us. Oh, snackages. Yes. All right. I don't know if we want to save this first slide. I'm a little hesitant to.
We could talk about some stuff.
But I kind of want to talk about it. What is going on, Kenneth? So this slide right here was going to be especially for our friend Mike. Right out of the gate, wanted to hit him with this thing, but he's not here, so you know what? We're going to save this slide just for him.
We're going to come back to it.
Yes, we are. It's going to be the first slide he sees. Damn it! All right, but let's move to this one right here. Oh, and this is another one, and this is for you, Apollo. And let's skip this one over. All right, this is one we can talk about, Jeff. Justice League versus Godzilla versus Kong. Number one, we have a 1 in 25 by Dan Mora and a 1 in 50 by Alan Quaz. So, Jeff, of the two, which would be your choice?
Okay, so art-wise, I don't necessarily think there's anything wrong with the Dan Mora. I just feel like it's disjointing in the sense of I feel like those are superhero stickers that they place on top of the book. The hue of the comic book characters don't necessarily match the hue of the monsters. So that's why I guess it feels so out of place, and they, it just feels like these were individually drawn somewhere else, and they just put them all together. However, and that might not even be the case at all. Mm-hmm. It just the way it's laid out, and just the coloring itself. And then you go Alan Quaz. Now, I know a lot of people's problems with Alan Quaz covers are it's quite busy, but I love his art. I mean, busy or not, the quality of his lines, his art on those busy covers is impeccable because there's so many different characters and so much going on. So for me, I actually really dig this one because it's busy, but it's not like I got 100 characters on the cover, you know. So and I dig the way Godzilla looks over everybody, and that the superheroes are actually saving people. So
Okay.
I take Qua.
Okay. As for me, I like the Dan Mora cover more than I like the Alan Qua. For a lot of the reasons you like the Alan Qua one, I don't like it. So we'll start off there. So I love Alan Qua. I love a lot of his covers that he's doing, but this one it feels like he kind of phoned it in a little bit because a lot of the details that he put, like he kind of omitted like Power Girl's face. I'm glad that he highlighted the assets, which is fantastic. But like the face here, the face for Green Lantern, Cyborg. I mean, a lot of these little things here. I felt like he could have done a lot better job, and he has done a lot better job. So I feel like it's missing a lot of that like Alan Qua-ness that we're kind of used to.
I see what you're saying.
With the Dan Mora, I kind of like the fact that it's kind of like stickered in, like you said,
Okay.
like
Okay.
only because like you know that this book's going to have the Justice League, it's going to have King Kong, and it's going to have Godzilla. I mean, it's got all these characters highlighted here in this one cover, which I think is fantastic. I like the way Godzilla looks. I like that how he's towering in the back, and they're kind of going by size order, which is great. And then you also have Kong there, and Kong like looks fantastic here. And then you got the Trinity, Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman. So I dig how the layout is. I know how it's kind of like you mentioned, it's kind of like superimposed on top of each other, and sometimes it's not very good. But I think in this case, it does the job, and it looks fantastic.
Okay, agree to disagree.
but that's the beauty of it, right? That is definitely the beauty of it.
I do see your point where you can't see a lot of the details on the faces, but I also think it was meant to make them look even smaller.
I can see that.
So I can see both sides of it, and yes, his details on those other crazy busy covers are better detailed. You're right.
All right, let us move on to the next one here. We got Green Lantern War Journal, a #2. We got a 1 in 25 by Ariel Colon and a 1 in 50 by Rafael Sarmento. All right, I can see you really looking into this, Jeff, so I'm going to jump in there real quick. Personally, I like the Ariel Colon. I mean, it's Halloween, it's October. I mean, it's time to celebrate all the ghouls and ghosts, and I love this particular cover. That face of kind of like melted flesh looks fantastic. I love that the ring is dripping or oozing blood. It's a great little detail there. And then you can see it on the ring finger itself. You can see that that Green Lantern ring might have been on that ring finger of this particular character. The Sarmento for me, I think it's unfinished. It looks like he's kind of melting. I mean, I know he's sweating, he's working out, but it just doesn't look right. I feel that it's kind of a big miss. And it's just like it doesn't offer that like, hey, this is an incentive. This is a 1 in 50 worthy incentive. So I definitely like the Ariel Colon, and that is my pick. What are your thoughts, Jeff?
Ooh. So I can't find any fault in what you said at all. The Ariel Colon is fantastic. I would have never guessed if it didn't say DC on it. I would have never guessed that was a DC book. I mean, obviously, other than the ring as well. But I like the details that you described. I mean, the face looks great. The half ripped face, the melting ring or the bleeding ring. I like you said, the detail that it's like burned into the ring finger. I actually really like the details of the hair. It looks very freaky real, and the crown is it's okay. But honestly, that's not the main part of the goal of this cover. So I mean, great details, great effect. It's just I dig it. The other one, so I have the same issues that you have. Is I don't know if he's sweating or if he's supposed to be melting like Clayface,
No.
right? And I just feel like he went in between. He didn't go one way or the other, right? So he didn't go fully one way or the other. And then I feel like that hand, that thumb, it's and the face where it's touching, it's like it's lost its detail there, so I can't tell what I'm looking at. I dig the green. I don't even like the Green Lantern effect. Yeah, it's actually not really good at all. It's missing a lot of details, even in the arms and stuff. It's not finished. You're right.
You know, I kind of look at that ring and then they kind of like the oozing of that I don't know, green ink off the ring. It kind of reminds me of those what do they call those things? You kind of put paint on water and you dip something in it and then you take it out. You know,
The dye, the tie dye.
Yeah, and it kind of looks like when you initially put something in there and it kind of like I don't know, like
it has that pattern or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know what he was trying to go for, but I don't think it worked.
No, but definitely agree there. All right, how about this one here? We have Star Wars Obi-Wan Kenobi #2, and this is the 1 in 25 by E.M. Gist, or Gist, however you guys want to pronounce it. Jeff, just kind of looking at it, what are your thoughts?
Wow, this is E.M. Gist.
It is.
I probably have to say, like, and I'm not saying it's bad art necessarily, but I'm saying if we're talking about E.M. Gist that we've seen from store exclusives and incentives, this is probably one of my least favorite. I'm like, I think it would have been cool if I could see more details of Vader inside there. I just think that would have been the wow factor. Because I mean, it looks like he was going for that wow factor with the his arms cut off, his legs cut off, whatever, you know, like right before he goes into the suit. And I would assume this is this BAFTA tank, and he's healing before he gets put in the suit, gets robotically or cybernetically repaired. I know what he was going for, but I just think that missed and just not, even if his details are there, we can't see it. So I really wish he had focused more on that, because that's the center of the cover, and maybe clouded everywhere else. I would have rather have had that. So yeah, this is a miss for me, actually.
I would agree with you there, and just really quickly, we'll get there, Apollo. I don't know if there's any foil, baby, but we'll definitely get there. As far as this cover, I totally agree with you wholeheartedly with everything that you've said. Also, too, I would have preferred the whole Vader to kind of be more muted in the back, because it feels like it's part of the back of tank. It just kind of just there. I think there's no punch to it.
I think it would even serve him better if that's not where the Vader suit is. That it was, if they made his tank a little bit bigger, and to the side of it you see half of his Vader suit, or like them putting the Vader suit partially together before they put it on him. Like, I think that would have been better if it was even in pieces.
I would totally agree. I totally agree. And then even like Sam I Am, who is a Star Wars fan, just said, yeah.
And it hurts to say, as an E.M. Gist fan too.
I know. I mean, he does fantastic covers, but this site is not one of his best.
He just muted the cover too much with the smoke and dust.
Yeah. All right. How about this one here? Spine-tingling Spider-Man #1, 1 in 50 by Lucio Perillo.
Bro.
All right. I'm going to jump in here.
Yes, please.
I'm going to jump in because for me, this is a face palm. I mean, we have seen so many great Lucio Perillo covers, but this one just is terrible. I'll say it is terrible. But you know what? The way he kind of drew Spider-Man, it feels very similar to like how he did Venom. I mean, it's kind of like the same pose, almost the same muscle type. I mean, I prefer like Peter Parker to be more lanky than more muscular. I think yeah, like there you go. Trish is like he is so jacked. He is.
And so many webs.
Yeah. I mean,
everyone's
I
nightmare.
Yes, Chad. There we go. There we go. So he's been like hitting the gym like nonstop. I mean, when does he have time for anything else other than work out and fight crime? I mean, I think it's ridiculous. The only good thing about this thing that I do like is this person's face right here. This is lying down. I mean, I just love the beard, the hair that he did. I think it's freaking awesome. But my God, that Spider-Man, like, you need to stop working out, lay off the roids, man. And there's so many other covers that you can pick from that this 1 in 50, in my opinion, is just not worth it. And yes, Apollo, it looks like Spidey did take the super serum, baby. And you know what, Trish? That's why they're calling it spine-tingling Spider-Man. All right, Jeff, what do you got?
Okay, the first thing you notice is obviously Spider-Man. That looks like the Incredible Hulk version of Spider-Man. It looks like it's Toxin. It's just what he is a nerd. Okay, he's a nerd. How many little kid nerds do you know were like this buff? And I don't think they've ever been depicted this buff, really. And then it looks awkward. I think the proportions are off.
Mm-hmm.
God, that right arm, I almost feel like I'm gonna get canceled if I say anything about that arm.
Say it, come on, don't hold back.
I mean, he looks like he should have a certain parking permit. Okay.
Did you not get tickets to that gun show? Is that what happened, Jeff?
Well, I mean, he forgot to work out his right arm. And he has more muscles in his legs than I think actually exists in any bodybuilder. So yeah, I mean, it's a bit much. I mean, he got shoulder muscles on shoulder muscles. Yeah, and the proportion of his head, it looks weird. And then the webbing is just like Trish said. I mean, that's overkill. Okay. That is simply overkill.
Can I just add something about the spider webs really quick? Does it look like he farted?
And then all of it came out? Yeah, it kind of does because it's all going that way. Yeah, I guess I can see that too. It looks very like Lord of the Rings type of spider, you know, that kind of spider web. And I have no idea. Like, okay, is it just me or does it look like Spider-Man scalped this guy?
You know what? I could see that. I could see that
with his bare hands.
Yep.
So, yeah, this got the weird factor times, I don't know, 100, and not in a good way.
And look who arrived just in time. Look at that, Mike and Dale.
Why are you doing this out? That's why did you do?
Because Dad's late. Because Dad worked his ass off at work today.
TD?
That's all right.
Why did you do the TD?
That's how he can get you the Sabine.
Man, now I'm gonna have to buy him another one.
So, Mike, we're talking about your artist, your favorite artist, Lucio Perillo over here.
Yeah. He needs to just draw sexy women and stop trying to draw muscles on men.
You mean like this?
Because they look like chesticles.
Yeah, is this what you prefer?
Yeah, I definitely prefer that. Although I thought that she looked a little young in this particular rendition. I like the painting. I specifically love the hair and I love the look on her face, but something about the final render of it feels a little young to me. I don't know why.
You know what? I think you're just a little old, Mike. I think that's what's happening.
Oh, there is that. There is that. That's probably part of it. Yeah.
I mean, she looks
But I
like
think
she's in
it's
her
beau- I think
20s,
it's-
right? She looks like
I think
she's
it's
in her
beautifully
20s.
done. And I also like that it's a little brighter than he is known to do Red Sonja covers, which is pretty cool. There's a couple of light sources, one behind her hair, which I am really a sucker for. I know Laura is also a sucker for like behind lighting like that, which is really cool. So that's cool coming through her hair like that, and the glimmer off the sword is cool too. I also like that she's not like enormously chested, which is kind of nice considering he's had a couple recently where she's just obscene, like Power Girl level. So I overall I like this. The foreshortening on the arm is pretty dope too.
Cool.
Which is I'm sure nearly impossible to get right unless you're a master like Perillo. But no, I don't like the Spider-Man.
Okay.
Sure.
Just really quickly, I wanted to.
that.
We had two covers that I had especially for you.
That I missed.
That you missed.
No. We didn't even do.
We didn't do it.
Oh.
So we're gonna do it right now. Are you ready?
All right.
I see Dale's ready.
Oh, I know it. I already know what it's going to be. Let me guess. It's going to be Joseph Michael Linsner, Draculina.
No, it's better.
Oh, for God's sake, man!
How many weeks in a row, Mike?
White, and blue. We got a 1 in 10 by Shauna Grant and a 1 in 25 by Casey Collar. All right, Murillo's. Which ones do you guys like? You have to pick one.
No, I don't. If I
Yes,
have a
you
gun to
do.
my head, I take the bullet.
Dale likes one.
I like both of them, and I like the whole cover.
You like both of them. Why?
The whole cover.
Can you tell me why? No.
No,
That's what I
just
thought.
Because
like 'em.
Lainey likes them.
Because Lainey likes them?
And Aurora.
Oh, see. So,
And Aurora.
okay, so you're just trying to get some play. So, all right, I get it.
Smart guy, Dale. Smart guy.
Yeah,
You're
that's
learning
fine.
early.
You're allowed. You're allowed. No, I can't. Come on, you can't make me choose one of these. First of all, neither of them are good.
Oh gosh.
Second of all, neither of them are Trish. And third, they're Pony. So yeah, all things considered, it's a fail on multiple levels here.
Okay, I get that, but you have to pick one.
Jesus, I guess if I absolutely have to pick
The right
one,
one.
it's the right one. And I don't even know why particularly. Just
It's not as sucky as the last
it's
one.
better art. It's yeah.
And the
Like, if I
Morello
had to
family
be-
stands
if I had to
together.
be caught- if I had to be caught with one of these two covers in my collection, I guess I could justify the 1 in 25 just because it's probably going to be worth more.
Okay. Jeff, of the two?
I don't like my ponies looking like cats. So yeah, that's a no-go on the 1 in 10. Yeah, it's the 1 in 25 all day. It's just
Something's up there.
better than the one on the left. I mean,
All right.
I would totally agree with you guys.
There's some of that light
The
label
1 in
there.
25 is that I feel is a lot better as well. I think it's more centered. There's a lot of things that are the ponies look like ponies.
it's
I
more
know we had a
traditional
lot
looking.
of issues with some of the other covers that they look like pigs.
Yes.
But this wasn't the case in that 1 in 25. And to your point, Jeff, I think, being a 1 in 25 makes it a little bit rarer than the 1 in 10. So definitely the 1 in 25.
My
All right.
hits that on the head.
Who will care?
Yep. All right, here we go. And then here we go.
There we go.
Mike. Oh, is Allie going to participate on this one too? No?
I'm coming back.
Oh yeah, Allie will participate on this one.
All right.
Um,
So wait. We have a limited virgin variant by for Draculina Blood Simple number 6 by Joseph Michael Linsner, and then we have Red Sonja number 4, and this one's a 1 in 15. All right, you have both virgin variants for these, and you can also get the regular like C or A cover. So Mike, Allie, and Dale, if you're in there, Which one did you choose and why?
The left, or sorry, no, the right. The right.
I particularly like the Red Sonja. I haven't liked his Red Sonjas lately. I know that's a great butt cover, but it's not the greatest. It's not the greatest otherwise. Yeah, but then it freezes when I do that.
Yeah.
It's not the greatest Linsner otherwise, but you know me. I love Linsner's style. It's obvious on people. He's very polarizing, just as an artist because he's so 90s and old school. But I think that's probably why I still like him. He's also the nicest guy in comics, the most generous person in the world. So I love his art in general. He's got a knack for the pinup thing, and obviously he's aiming for that on the Draculina, and it's a very lovely ass, but it isn't as good of a cover as the Red Sonja. I think the Red Sonja is actually one of his best in a real. So I'm going with the Red Sonja on this one, not just because I'm a Red Sonja homer, but because it's actually just a better cover.
Okay.
Well, yeah, but it's also like if clearly we're going for the sexy factor, right? They're naked, essentially. So, I mean, the Red Sonja is way sexier. Just period. You don't even need an explanation, do you? Like, ugh, cheese factor. Like strip club where you're gonna catch something with the other one versus Red Sonja, like where she's gonna
do some damage to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, but you're not gonna catch anything.
The throat.
All right. Jeff, what are your thoughts? Which one would you choose?
Oh, so I was gonna say, there might be a person below me who doesn't agree with that, but I actually agree with Mike. I actually like the Red Sonja better. Isn't this the limited version of Draculina? Isn't it just an homage to Danger Girl and like X-23 or something like that? Or
I don't think Marvel would approve an X-23.
Actually, I think there is a pose of X-23 like this.
Oh, the one by Joe Quesada.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I totally forgot about that.
But
Yeah.
I don't think this would be a homage to it.
No, but it would be. I think that was an homage already. So, yeah, that's just you guys. If you guys have ever watched this show and hear me talk about these TNA covers, it's not really my thing. It's just a little too much for me, and I'm not saying I'm a prude or anything, because I still think the Red Sonja one is just better art. I like it. I like that she's in action and she's killed people.
Exactly.
Like seriously, I don't know how many covers I've gone through of Red Sonja recently, and none of them she's doing anything but standing there looking pretty.
Now, can we get a Power Girl cover where she's actually doing something interesting?
Please.
You know what? I would be okay if there was a Power Girl that looked like the Draculina. I would be 100% okay with that.
We know any character pretty much.
But
Look at it. Come on. Look at Jeff. Apollo's like, come on, Jeff.
It's booty or bust, baby. That I will because Alonzo has so much of this going on in his life. He has enough for both of us.
As for me, as you guys know, I love that Draculina because of that booty. I mean, it is like, look at it. It's like
It's shiny.
perfect.
Don't get me wrong.
Go ahead. I mean, it's just like I think I've seen this Red Sonja cover before or something.
oh,
very
Dale likes the
similar
Red
to it.
Sonja one too.
I mean, it's a fantastic cover. I think it's great. I like that you actually show
What up, Hyper?
Red Sonja looking like she's hurt. And I like that. Like she's grabbing her rib cage or grabbing her stomach because she might have got stabbed or something might have happened. I think that's fantastic.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, there's blood. There's blood dripping.
Oh, I see. I like what you did there, Mike.
Son of a gun.
where the Draculina pose is just like, oh, it's a cheesecake pose. It's just like, hey, I'm there, but I am a sucker for it, and that's why I'm picking this particular cover. But again, I do think The Red Sonja cover is great. It's one of the rare ones that we ever see that she's like hurt, but I kind of feel like I've seen this before. So it would be the Draculina for me. All right, now let us fast forward to where we're currently at to get back to our regularly scheduled program.
Wait, can we ask him what he thinks of the Gist cover?
Sure, we can do that. All right, here we go. So, Mike, what are your thoughts on this cover right here?
We know where this is going now.
Forced.
My wife goes,
I
it's
don't
forced.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like this.
That's so funny.
I love it.
And
The Morello humor lives on.
And it does seem a little static. Where
Like, I don't like it.
Whereas it shouldn't be. It's all for me. And look, I'm holding just to a really high standard, right? I mean, we say this all the time. The artists that we know are really great, actual masters. I want every cover to be their best cover. And so now, I'm going to compare this against his Ahsoka and Morai cover probably forever. And this pales in comparison to that cover. It's not bad. It certainly isn't, but it looks more Raza than and I don't know. It just looks too static and plastic. It looks like a toy. It looks kind of like a toy
Package.
Package or advertisement or something like that.
With the card back with the toy.
That's a
Inside.
good call. That looks like the toy art.
Yeah, it does for the Back to Tank Action Center.
That's right. That's right. And they sold that too, right?
Yeah, they did actually at
Oh
one point.
gosh. Yeah,
It's okay.
I wanted
It's
to
not
know
bad.
what you
Oh,
thought
hey,
too.
Mike.
We all thought the
Allie,
same.
this is for you. You see that quote?
Yeah, I'm looking at it. I can't see because my glasses are bad, but like, well, I'm
It's like Chad's like,
sorry,
that's
people-
Mike's wife? Is he holding her hostage? Has someone told her to blink twice if she needs some help?
As my friend Big Mike used to say, even the sun shines on a dog's ass some days.
A broken clock is always right twice a day.
That's right. All right. Let us move on quickly to the other cover. And we got Jeff's favorite artist in the whole wide world,
The whole wide world.
Rianne Gonzalez. And here we have her doing Catwoman number 58, and it's a 1 in 25 incentive. Jeff, I know you're a fan of hers, a fan of her work. But I want to know what you think. Let us know. I mean, please tell us. What was Rianne trying to do here?
It looks like she was actually trying to draw an adult person. I thought Mike would like that. Except she
Epic.
forgot to draw the head like an adult, I guess. It's a little bit small, I would think, or I don't know. It just looks off. Look, there's all these cutesy little chibi versions of her different costumes, which is actually really cool. That's probably the coolest part, and the cat. I don't necessarily hate the cover. At least it's better than a lot of her last Catwoman's or Batgirls. But I wouldn't get it. It's she's gone past her. She's gone into the Momoko verse where everything kind of looks the same.
Yes.
So
Oh, all right, Mike.
Whatever this costs on the aftermarket, I will buy that much money worth of the other three covers.
Right?
They're all so much better. The Nakayama, the Delato, all smoke this cover. Like, smoke this cover. The Swaby is the best one because I think it's really cool, black and white, sort of film noir. It's a little bit more detailed and intricate than I'm used to from him. The Nakayama is great because we get action from Nakayama rather than just a still beauty shot like we usually get.
Mm-hmm.
And the Delato, while a little dark, is really cool with some great light sources. And, of course, it's Delato, so it's masterful. I mean, just torch this cover. I don't, you know me. I like her color palette. It's fun, but the rest of it, the chibi thing and the little girl faces and the weird proportions and shit, it's a hard no for me. So if this is like a $35 cover, then I'll buy 3 of each of the others instead, all day, every day.
I doubt this would even be $25. I doubt
It better not be.
It'll
It's
probably
terrible.
be cannon fodder later. I agree with you guys. This is a terrible cover. I mean, that face, it's like, I have no idea what she intended to do there. I'm glad that she's trying to do a more adult
adult person.
But I mean, like, the legs, I don't know what this calf is doing. Is this calf eating a kneecap? I have no idea. I feel like where's the rest of this chair that she's got over there? I feel like the chair might fall over because she's sitting on that, what do they call that? Like rail or hand?
armrest. An armrest.
The armrest. Thank you. My God.
Wow.
Her leg
It's a terrible
that
cover.
muscular, she couldn't stand.
That's true.
It would be very like football player, I got it.
She's cracking walnuts. I don't know what's happening. there.
She's a gymnast.
And even like the cat, I
All
feel
right,
like the cat's
I'm
like
taking offense,
not
all right?
proportioned correctly.
It's not. I mean, Gonzalez's work never is, but this is a little bit much.
And you're right. That chair is all kinds of wrong. It's incomplete on top, and it actually looks like it's off on the bottom part as well, where the arm.
Yeah, parts of it are angled wrong.
Yep.
All right. So we went from one Catwoman. Oh wait, okay. Let's just talk about this one here because this one's just all kinds of wrong. This is Titans #4 by Tony Harris, and it's also a 1 in 25.
Wait, what is that?
It's this vomit emoji.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. And this is, and I'll start it off. I mean, this is just a terrible cover. I mean, what the heck? You got Nightwing and you got Starfire, and they look like ovals. What is going on with their face? Are they like stretchy, Gumby, silly putty type faces?
It's that anime style, buddy.
Oh my God, it's even worse than anime style. I mean, it's just all kinds of wrong. And then I feel like Flash. What is going on with Flash? Is he running towards me? And why is he? I feel like why is he so tiny? And I get it, he's next to Beast Boy, but he looks tiny, and it just doesn't. The proportions just don't like mix for me. Same thing with Cyborg. I mean, he's flying through the air. That's great, but I don't know what he's doing. It's his upper body is just ginormous, and it's like, where are his legs? His head's too big for his body. The only thing that I like about this cover is Raven as a character. I mean, that's the only thing that I like about as far as all these characters are concerned. Other than that, I mean, I feel like, you get the Chrissy Zulu cover. That cover is cute. It's fantastic. I prefer this over this 1 in 25, just like this mess.
That's exactly what it is.
You don't like Donna Troy's arms as long as her legs?
Oh my God! Thank you. Now I cannot unsee it. You're right.
Go Donna Troy arms.
Oh my God!
They're longer than the legs, I think.
Oh,
to be
God.
honest,
Oh. Terrible.
Look, I'll go next. Yeah,
This is the roadside.
This is all kinds of wrongs. There's so many wrongs on this cover. So I'm not going to beat up Tony Harris. It's not something I would buy, and I don't know why it's an incentive cover. Why isn't the Halloween cover the incentive cover?
That is true. I don't know.
This looks like the post at our pediatrician's office.
yeah, the one that you buy at like
Walmart.
not even Walmart, like Marshalls, TJ Maxx, like the one they couldn't sell in the first place, so it went to a discount place and they still can't.
It's Big Lots. It's Big Lots.
Big Lots. That's better. There you go.
Oh my God. But yes, it's oh God, it's terrible.
It's pretty bad. I have nothing new to say about it. You've torn it an appropriate new asshole.
I'm glad it was Alonso, not us.
Yes,
it's like I feel sick.
but you're
All right.
You're spot on in all kinds. Oh, there we go.
Here we
Yay!
go.
There's-
Here we go. Catwoman, the number 58. The better than Rianne Gonzalez version. This one's 1 in 50 by Joshua Swaby. Mikey hinted a little bit about it, but we'll let Jeff talk about it first,
Wow.
and then we'll jump to you. So go ahead, Jeff.
Okay, giving me that Audrey Hepburn vibes. I mean, good Lord. Did he use a photo? Because this looks photorealistic. I kind of what Mike said earlier. I've never seen him draw like this before. This is actually okay. Let me take that back. I haven't seen him draw like this in a long time. A lot of his covers have been so. A couple here and there have stuck out, but this is awesome. Look, it's a 1 in 50 virgin or minimal, virgin or minimal trade dress. But I actually think it's worth getting. I don't need to see the guy's face. I dig what she's like. You get the whole story in this picture. You know what she's doing. She's conning this guy. She's luring him in. She's using her sex appeal, and she's, pickpocketing him. So, like, I love everything about that. I mean, damn, the couch looked like it's felt. Like, I feel like I am right there. It's a pretty awesome picture. Pretty awesome art.
That ain't all it's felt.
Oh,
Man, Mike's
she is
batting 1,000.
She is
Mike
digging
is
in a
batting
pocket.
1,000.
And it feels like they're in like Club 54. Is that what it was?
Studio 54.
Yeah, Studio 54. Yeah, it just feels like that era and that style, and yeah, awesome.
All right, Mike.
Yeah, I think this is a stupendous piece from him. Not only is it great and it's up for him in his art, it's like when we all saw that Warren Lowe Wonder Woman Black, White, and Gold, and we all went, oh shit, he can do that. That's the way I'm feeling about this one from Sway is, oh shit, he can do that. Well, now he's just raised the bar for his art. So I love the noir feel of it. I love all the textures. Whether he did or didn't use a photo reference, I don't know, but it's got all the feeling it should have. It's telling story. Buys 1 in 50 when you can buy the very minimally trade dressed regular version for like $6 or whatever it is. But either way, I think that anybody who likes real art probably wants this just in form.
And Alec, what are your thoughts on this one too? Do you like this one? Do you agree with your husband?
This is fantastic. Yeah, this is. If you don't like comics, you still like this. So
I agree.
I like that. I like that.
There you go. Yeah,
that transcends.
I agree with that.
Yes.
That's
Yes,
a great word. Yes.
I love it. I love it. I like what you just said. I like what Mike and also what Jeff said. It's a fantastic cover. And 78 points just kind of put this out there. It's like if Sway did work like this on the regular, like he would be top tier. And I agree with this.
I do too.
Agree. He would
Oh
be
my God.
He would
Yeah.
be talked about amongst like Perillo and Ross. I guarantee it.
Or
Oh my gosh. Nah. Oh, that's right. Catwoman can steal my diamond. Yes. You know what though? I mean, the only little knock is I could do without this.
What's that?
The little diamond. It's like, oh, I'm stealing a diamond. It's like her, hey, I'm thinking.
You know what I thought that was? I thought that was part of the background on the art on the wall. That's what I thought that was. I don't know,
see that.
but I can see what
So
you're
that's
saying.
like a thought bubble? Tacky
Yeah,
as shit.
that is what it is though.
Yeah, like a thought bubble. It's like, ooh,
Nope.
diamond.
That's weird.
yeah, that's a little weird. But just from an artistic standpoint, though, the cover is really good.
Is
Oh,
that
yeah.
girl math?
Excuse me.
Is that girl math?
Is that girl math?
I just think she just had one thought in her mind.
It's not him.
Diamonds are a girl's best friend.
That's
Indeed.
right. All right. How about this one? One of Mike's other favorite artists.
God! Oh
We have Rose Besh, and this is Batman White Knight presents Generation Joker number 6 of 1 in 25. Mike, I know you're eating, but would you like
sorry.
a second helping of Rose Besh?
I would like absolutely 0 helpings of Rose Besh.
Mike's like, why wasn't I later?
I know I've done this before for her.
Trish.
I know I've done this before with her. But what the fuck? Like,
Yes, she is.
why? Why?
Right in the middle of the street.
Why is she on? I don't know. I know some people like it, and I don't know why. I really don't. I've never gotten it. I don't get it. I just don't get it. I think it's absolutely horrible. And yes, it looks like she's pooping. She actually looks like she's pooping.
And this might have been New York Comic Con right here.
What?
You didn't hear about that?
Oh,
It's all over IG. Like somebody took a dump in the middle of New York Comic Con.
It's really, really bad. This is like a new level bad.
There we go. See, Los is with me. New York Comic Con poop variant.
I'd rather a poop emoji on a cover than this.
we talked about that on the toy show.
You went to the same art
I
show.
brought it up.
All right, Jeff.
Okay. Look, I know she's like like Cowboy Bebop-y, street arty kind of artsy kind of thing going on, but I don't know what the hand is doing up there. The proportion of her right arm is off too, and she does look like she's a homeless person taking a squat next to a building, like with the spotlight on her. So like this is really weird. Oh, I see. She's dropping the cards. Whatever. It doesn't. It's still proportional. Is not there, and this is just really so far away from her silk cover,
Which is still a good cover. I mean,
Yeah.
I won't take that one away from her. It's a good cover.
I mean, and that's why I brought it up, because I understand that even Mike, it gets to Mike for that one. You know, she gets a little props for it, but like she's so far removed from that right now, and she has been for a while. I'm kind of sad ever since she's gone to DC, actually. So I don't know. It's a pass for me for sure. Matter of fact, actually, you know what? She's taking a dump in front of like people looking behind in a fence.
Maybe
Yes.
it's a fetish thing, but I like what James is saying. Dropping the cards is his new favorite bathroom.
I didn't even. I forgot I
I
said
gotta
it.
go drop the card.
I gotta go
I'm
drop
gonna
the
go drop the cards right now.
We'll play. Well, 52 pickup.
That's right. I hope it's not going to be
Pick up.
52. And I hope you're not going to be
Bathroom
putting that
right
up.
now. No, you shouldn't, because it's terrible.
Does Deo? Do you need to drop the cards?
He wants to drop the cards on a copy of this book.
Okay. I am a huge Rose Besh fan. I love her work. I also don't like it, but I do like her face. I do like the face of this character. But everything else, I agree with you guys. I mean, it kind of does look as she's pooping. I mean, it really does. And I
She's
don't
got
like.
torn underwear.
Well, I think it's a belt,
Sure.
and then this is a shirt that she's going to use to wipe her butt. I mean, I don't know, but I think this is a belt. But I don't like the fence. I get. I mean, it doesn't hit the ground, so it's going all the way down. I think I don't know. Ripped diaper, baby. Yes.
Yes. And she's wearing like size 12 men's shoes.
There you go. There you go. She's wearing construction boots.
Yes.
Plus, like, we haven't even talked about how bad the trade dress is, which is also really bad. So it does not help the cover in any way.
Oh, all right. Let us move on. Oh, wait. Wow. When was Alonzo afraid of a poop fetish? Yeah, I kind of am. Kind of am.
You have of course.
That's right. All right. How about this one? We have the sensational She-Hulk #1, 1 in 100 by Adi Granov, and it's homaging She-Hulk #1. So let's take a moment there to kind of digest. I can go first and let you guys kind of let that sink in. Mike, you can have another bite of that Oreo cookie that you're having.
It's a potato.
Oh, is it a potato? I didn't feel like this needed to be homaged in the first place, but I do like it. I like what Adi's doing here. I feel like it's a fantastic homage. I think they look identical, but in his style. I honestly don't care for the Virgin, which is the 1 in 100. I think the one with the trade is just fine because the trade dress doesn't interfere with any of the art. I mean, it's kind of blank on that corner anyways, so I think it's perfectly fine. But again, like, do we really need another homage? Do we need a homage for this one? No, but I dig it. I really think that Adi did a fantastic job of doing this. She-Hulk looks fantastic. I think all the proportions look right. So yeah, I'm digging it. But again, not at the 1 in 100. Mike, what are your thoughts?
No, I don't really. Again, this is like the gist for me, which is like, I don't know. It's just I'm looking. I'm currently showing my wife the Ahsoka that he did for Comic-Con, and it's like two different artists. This is just not up to his strangely sinewy. She's like too long or something.
Yeah, the proportions are not right in the thigh of the calf.
Yeah.
I know it's close to that's the original, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I know it's really close, but there is something drastically wrong with the side of the calf, and also the fact that she has no effing hips.
Yeah.
I have no hips, but she has less than me. Like, what is happening here?
It's not yeah, I don't know. And also,
this is like Barbie with that chest. She's gonna fall over.
yeah, I don't know. Best, I also agree with you. It shouldn't be homaged in the first place. Really, it's not the greatest cover originally. There's a lot of cooler She-Hulk covers they could homage than this one. Do the what's the one that, oh man, I can't think of what it is, but from the original run.
Oh, the You Stole My X-Men one. That is fantastic.
Yeah, that one exactly. So like that would be a better one to do. I don't know. I think I just don't love the original, so I less than love the but I hold Adi to a much higher standard. He's much more talented than this, and this is a hard pass, especially at 1 in 100. God, no, absolutely not.
All right, Jeff.
Yeah, okay. Kind of what Mike said. I don't necessarily know if this needed to be homaged. I don't like the original cover. It's kind of whatever's. The art is whatever. Do I think that I do think that Adi Granov is better than the original, but and it's only because of the brickwork. Maybe I do have an issue that the wall that she's walking into is in the middle of the sky. So yeah, I do have a little bit of issue there. I exactly see what was said about her hips. I never liked the way the leg was pointing in the first place. And the hair, I actually feel like the hair is the worst part about it too. It looks like she has like gray hair. It's kind of
like she's wearing a wig, maybe.
Yeah, or something like that too. It just doesn't look right. So this is a no for me. Absolutely a no, especially at a 1 in 100. If you just like the homage part of it, then just go get the trade dress. It's the cheapest you'll get.
All right. Thank you guys. All right. Well, if you didn't like this, Adi, what about this one here? This is for the Invincible Iron Man number 11, which is homaging the Invincible Iron Man number 76. Thank you, Jeff. So we have the Virgin variant, which is a 1/100, and a trade dress, which I think is a cover B or C or something. So Jeff, what are your thoughts?
It looks like it's from a Marvel Masterpiece card. And I don't know if it necessarily does more for me than the original cover. I just don't know. I mean, feels like it's updated art, but that's about it. More artistic, but that's it. Less cartoony, I guess, but it doesn't do anything for me, honestly. I mean, not even the trade dress. It's just, it's a 1-for-1 almost. Just a different little color, different shade.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, different wash. That's it. Yeah, it doesn't move me.
Okay. Mike, does it move you?
Yes, actually, it does. I think this is an excellent cover. I think it actually blows the original away, which is kind of hard to do homage like this. I prefer every different thing about it over the original, and I like the original. I think it's actually a really good cover, but this is more up to his standard for me. I actually like it with the trade dress because it feels more like the homage it's supposed to be with the trade dress. So I don't know. That's just a me thing. Other people will probably like the version of it, but I mean, maybe the only thing that he didn't quite get as cool is the shattered floor, but I think it's fantastic.
No, I agreed that it's just less cartoony.
Yeah.
I think it's cooler that way.
Yeah, it just looks more like real armor and more like real action, real figure,
Like
in
real
a real
life.
space. In a real space, much more dimension to it than the original one. But I get also that the original is limited. There's limitations on what could be done then, as opposed to what can be done now. Although Adi paints for real, so I'm assuming that maybe he does some covers and does digital on other covers, but I think this is painted. If it's not, then wow, he did a good job fooling me. But I think it's fantastic. I really think it's a great cover. But I would buy the regular $5 version because I actually prefer it with the trade dress.
And I agree with everything that Mike and Ali said. I think it's a fantastic cover. And yeah, I don't mind the trade dress. I mean, again, it's not like it's over the arm. I mean, it's all in the background. I think it's great. And I'm not, as Jeff would say, I'm not mad at the trade dress. I'm not mad at it. I think it works. I like it. And that would be my preference. But yeah, I agree with all of you guys. Or Mike and Ali, I agree with what you guys have said. So Jeff, boo.
I get he looks like the MCU version of Iron Man, so that's cool. I think I have the problem is the faceplate, and I think he homaged it 1-for-1. That's why. It's just the jaw area part. It just looks a little weird where it's like his face looks fatter than it should, or something like that, or more rounded off. I don't know.
Yeah, I can see that. All right. Moving on to the next one here. We got a David Nakayama 1/25 for Batman Superman World's Finest number 20. Mike?
No, I mean, if you want a Catwoman from Nakayama, buy his Catwoman regular $5 cover this week, which is way better than this one. I think anyway, this is just a kind of a meh B cover to me. This is as Apollo said, this is a snoozer. I much prefer his regular Catwoman 58 B or A or whatever it is.
Okay, Jeff.
It looks like a panel.
Yeah.
Like why? It looks like one of the boring parts of the panel where they're doing a lot of dialogue. It's so boring for an incentive cover. I don't know why this gets past them. Incentive, there's a reason why it's called an incentive. I don't feel incentive enough to get this cover for sure. So,
Nope.
yeah.
I would agree. I like what you said, Jeff, about it being like a panel inside the comic book full of dialogue. I think this is exactly what it looks like. And I don't find anything that's really excites me about this that makes me want to get this thing as an incentive. And see, even 78 points of articulation. So thanks, Professor Jeff. Appreciate you for that. So yeah, it's kind of weird. And
Although, wouldn't it be nice to see Nakayama do interiors?
It would
it would be.
Because to
It
have
would
this
be.
be interior art, that would
I
buy
think
it.
that would be one of the best interior arts for DC that they'll have.
I know. I would read it. Yeah, well, that's true. That's not hard to do. That's not hard to do, though.
Yes. So we're all in agreement on this one. How about this one here from Moon Knight number 28, number 1 in 25 by Elizabeth Tork. Mike, Ali, what are your thoughts on this one? Is this incentive worthy?
No, but yet I like it. I think because it feels old school to me. And that's kind of okay from time to time. All of the Moon Knight covers have all become so dark and like haunty and horror and whatever. This just feels a little bit more like the Platt days, or maybe even a little bit before that, the Sienkiewicz days. I like the line work. It does sort of feel like an interior splash page to me, though. So while I don't mind the art in its own right, it certainly doesn't feel like an incentive to me. Cool color palette, though.
Okay. Jeff?
Yeah. I'm on the fence here. I'm what Mike said about like how it feels old school, especially with the color palette. It's got that Doctor Strange mesmerizingness about it, maybe, or Kirby-ness to it.
There you go.
That's where I'm feeling the old schoolness. I am a little confused about the swishing going on both sides of his legs from his weapon. I'm a little confused on that though. But we'll let it pass because they're going for that Kirby-ness. So I would probably say I'm leaning more toward I like the art.
Yes.
I just don't know if it is an incentive cover and if I would necessarily get it for 1 in 25. I actually wish it was the A cover. So.
I agree with you, gentlemen. I don't think it's a 1 in 25, but I like it. I can't stop looking at it. I think it's like really well done. But again, to both your point, Mike, and it being something that's kind of bright, which is something that we're not seeing anymore with Moon Knight, and Jeff, to your point of like that swoosh. What is going on? Did he chop his leg off by doing that whoosh, or something? I don't know. But yeah, I get it. But I like it so much, and I think one of the other folks here in the chat, there we go, James, said that if it had that retro newsprint dot effect, like I think it would make this 1 in 25 worthy.
Yeah, it would. Isn't it funny that just a simple little thing like that would change everything?
It's like when they did the J. Scott Campbell's and they did the washes for like the 1 in 100, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like that kind of a wash on here would have been that would have been a nice touch.
Yep, I would definitely agree with James on that one. I think it would be fantastic. But as it stands, I do like it. But yeah, I do definitely believe it's like more of an A cover or B cover for this particular book. All right, and that does it for all of our store incentives for this week. There is a lot more, just so you guys know, but you know we try to get the show to be like an hour and a half. So thank you for bearing with us. Now moving on to our store exclusives, we have The Amazing Spider-Man number 37 by Nathan Zerzi, and you can find it at Unknown Comics, Antihero Gallery, and 616. The LE, I have no clue, but it's only going to set you $40 for the pair. Mike,
we know what it actually is. It's 3,000, 1,000.
That is
No
true.
matter what they advertise, that's what it is, or more if you're dumb. Appeal to this is meant to appeal to the bubblegum popping collectors. There's a group of people that like those. I hate upside down covers for starters. I realize the Spidey characters all do that, and I get that that's story. It's not bad. It's too digital. Feels too much like a store exclusive, which is a bad thing these days. That's like swearing at a cover. You look like a store exclusive. Oh
man.
Yeah. Proportions are weird. It's just too smooth and shiny. And I'm not a bubblegum cover collector, so this does nothing for me.
Okay, Jeff?
Yeah, this almost gives me that vibe of that Mary Jane in the spider outfit. That cover, except upside down. I think it kind of gives me that vibe-ish. But look, kind of what Mike said. Look, I actually don't mind an upside down cover necessarily, or the character upside down on the cover, but it needs to, I don't know, maybe I'm being picky, but it needs to look a certain way. And this just looks like he just flipped it upside down. That's it. He just turned it 180. He drew it the regular way, except with of course, with the hair. And that's it. It just looks like she's sitting on a ledge. And he just flipped the whole picture upside down. I don't necessarily like that. I need it to actually get that feel that they're hanging upside down. I mean, other than the hair hanging down. So, and kind of what Mike said, it's too digital. I'm not gonna comment on the age of the character, because the age of the character could be young too. So, yeah, it works either way. But yeah, this is not something. This is exactly what a store exclusive is, and I won't pay for it. So no.
All right. Exactly. I agree with you guys as well. I love Spider-Gwen, our Ghost Spider, or whatever you want to call her. And so I have a lot of her character covers, but I am not going to be buying this one. But I do like her eyes, and I think Mike had mentioned that, and I think they look great for what Nathan does. And I know he does a lot of those tattoos on these superheroes, but they don't ever really stand out for me anymore. But this one does, only because of those eyes. I think he's doing fantastic. I think the other ones look more dead-eyed to me.
It looks more Disney princess eyes, but not so doughy. Not so over the top. But just sounds nervous. I do like the color palette. Obviously, I mean, it's not hard to pick that palette because it's of her character, but I like what he did with the palette on the background. So I mean, that's okay.
Okay. All right. What do you guys think about this one here?
I should also say before we move on, I also love the character. She's one of the very few characters I have kept from my moderns. I've sold off a lot of moderns, but I've kept her and Miles and a few more Kinney and stuff like that. So I want to like a Spider-Gwen cover. I really do dig the character. I think the design is great, although I do prefer her with her mask on. But
ditto.
Wow, I like it with her mask off.
I think the costume is actually a great design. So
I would agree with you as well. All right, we got Josie and the Pussycats 60th Anniversary Spectacular by Bill Walko. You can find it at Stadium Comics, LE of 250 for the regular, which is this white background, or 20, which is the orange background. The cost will be $15 for this one, $40 for the set, but they are sold out because they, again, only had 20 of them. All right, gentlemen, where would like to start first?
Well, I'll start because let Mike. This one is error kind of like Archie stuff, right?
Yep.
So I always liked Josie and the Pussycats from back in the day. I remember watching them on TV, USA Network, and on the Scooby-Doo show and all that other good stuff. So and even they were on Riverdale, right? They had a version of them, a live version of them. Um, I don't know if is Bill Walko drawn this before, like drawn them before in the past, like in comics, because this kind of almost that gives me exactly the vibes that from those 60s comics, those 70s comics. I kind of dig it, but I don't. I mean, art wise, I dig it, but it does feel a little plain to me. So I don't know, because she looks like she's supposed to be in the box, but she's not in it. The blonde. So it's a little that's a little odd to me. But I mean, I dig it. Like the characters look exactly like the 60s, 70s kind of version. So I think that's cool.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know if I'd get it. That's not for me.
Okay. Mike, what about you? You're on mute, Mike.
It takes a particular kind of sorry about that. It takes a particular kind of artist to like nail the Archie look. And if you hadn't told me this wasn't Dan Parent, I would have just probably assumed it was Parent, or like an old reused DeCarlo or something. But like you can literally go down the line of famous Archie artists because they've all got their own style, but they've all nailed sort of this particular look. And I think Walco does a really good job doing that on this particular one. However, I agree with Jeff. Everything is sort of shrunken a little bit too much. There's too much space. Everything's a little too small. I don't know how you would change that, but it just doesn't do it for me. But I do appreciate his ability to nail that very specific kind of Archie art. It's basically like what Trish talks about all the time with the pony stuff. There's a particular kind of artist that can do it, or Sonic, or just whether or not they've got it down or they don't. And I think Walco does a good job of getting it. But I really would have rather seen maybe a single character here, just Josie maybe, and see how he does that and fill the page and make it, a little bit more impactful than this. This is just kind of a yawn for me.
Yeah. For me, it's more like there's no background, and it's just like it's kind of boring.
I wish they were laying on speakers. That at least would have made more sense.
Yeah.
Oh, good one. Good one. Yeah, definitely. Okay. All right. Moving on to the next one here. We have the Deviant #1, which is a homage to Jim Lee's Samurai Santa. This one is by PJ Katakutan. You can find this at Bird City Comics, and it'll only set you back $20. Mike?
Pretty damn good technique going on here for what is obviously a very silly, horror-y kind of cover. It is a classic in its own silliness, but I sort of dig it, to be honest. It's a deep cut. I like when someone goes for a deep cut rather than just like fucking Spidey 300 again. Like it's just like I'm so sick of seeing.
You don't want more?
I know.
81s and Spidey 300s and like enough. So this is cool when it's a deep cut like this. I do dig that. And he nailed all the little parts of it. Like everything's right. Everything's good. And the technique is really good. Would I buy this? No, this is not my thing. But I might buy the original just out of sheer curiosity. But I don't own the original, and I do love Jim Lee. But yeah, I could see people going for this if the limitation's nice and low, and if the book is a good one. I don't know, but yeah, good art, nice job on the homage, but not for me.
Okay, Jeff.
Yeah, so I agree with Mike. All the little details of the homage on point. Like the 1-for-1s on the trade dress and the UPC box, or the I forgot what it's called.
The corner box.
Yeah, the corner box. And I mean, even put in the wording word for word. That's cool, and it fits for the cover. What my favorite part is actually the detail on Santa Claus's outfit, especially the white fluffy parts.
Ooh.
And because like you got some blood in it, I could see like that, and then I could see like the details of like having like dirt and stuff and like black like lint on it, you know. So like that looks really cool. I actually dig the art itself, so the character is really good. Would I get it? I don't know if I'm a fan of the original as much, but and I don't know if this book is for me, but I think it's got good art. It's got a good homage, and it's like Mike said, it's just not a normal homage that you're gonna see.
Yeah, I agree. I think the homage is great. I think it's doing justice for the original and also adding to it. Would I buy it? No. And the only reason why I wouldn't buy it is because I don't know what the heck the Deviant is about. And if I were interested in that story, or if there was some hype to it, I would definitely buy this. But I just, for me, I don't know if I would pay $20. I honestly, without even knowing anything about the story, I would pay 15, like 10 or 15, and I would buy it. But other than that, I mean, you guys have said it all well. I definitely agree with you guys.
I mean, it's Image. It could be as low as like 300, right, or 200.
Yeah, that is true.
I think.
No, I
So
think that's what Trish said. I think. All right. How about this one here? We got Harley Quinn Black, White, and Redder #5. You can find this in Unknown, Antihero, and 616. And it's by Lobos. I have no idea what the
You don't
LE
like this
is
one?
or the cost.
You're not my son.
What happened? Oh, he's going to cry. Mike, did you make Deo cry?
Look again. He won't cry when he notices how nice the boobs are.
I just want the boobs, but not.
You just love the boobs, but not the rest.
good answer, Dale. Good answer.
Wow, I love it.
Why does she look? Does she scary? Supposed to be scary though.
No, but
She'll frighten your pants right off.
I'll just smack them.
I need a smack for that. I love it. I think it's fantastic. I do. I mean, I won't. I don't need to go first. Jeff, you go first.
I think Alonzo should go first.
Oh, Alonzo, yeah, you go first. Since you
Okay.
bought 20 of them, why don't you go first?
Yeah, you let us know
Okay.
how much.
Perfectly honest, I did not buy 20. I love Lobos. I don't like this.
What?
I just don't like. I feel like the head is just all kinds of wrong. I don't like the face. I just don't like it. I feel like even the thigh gap that we have going on there, it's not right. The legs are too thin. I mean, there's just a lot of things wrong
I
with
didn't
this.
even notice that until you said it.
Yeah, I honestly just don't like this cover. As much as I like Lobos, I mean, I'll right here. I even have Lobos's original Harley Quinn, his first Harley Quinn that he did, original artwork, because I like that particular piece or the way he drew it. This one, I just don't like it.
Wait, I just froze for a second. Did you say you own that?
Not this one.
You own the original? I know the one you mean. You own the art for that?
I do.
You're such a dick.
I see. That was like that humble rub-in.
Do you know who we are?
Yeah, I just don't like this cover. It's,
What a
You know.
flex. What a flex.
it is. I mean, I could just show you like this is the one I own right here.
Oh my
we know what color it
gosh.
is.
Oh yeah, because it's fantastic. It looks great. I love the way he drew Harley.
Why am I surprised?
This is not the way it looks like. And again, like it's just I don't know. I love you, Lobos. Fantastic. You have, like, we say this a lot, and when the artists we hold them at a higher standard. I hold them at a higher standard now after all of the stuff that he's put out. Like this just isn't for me. All right, Jeff, Mike.
Okay, so Um, the face gives me like that old Robert Palmer, vibe that back in the day. I kind of dig that. I don't know if I. Her boobs are so big, I don't even see the rest of her torso. So I don't. That's kind of. But she is angled down, so I mean, it's the perspective.
Is it though?
Hey, it depends on how blessed you are, I guess. And she is quite blessed. And thigh gap thing, it feels forced. I do have one particular issue though. It's her hand or hands. They don't look proportioned right, especially like the fingers on her.
Ooh, I love that.
I don't.
I love the rainbows.
Yeah, her left hand looks completely deformed.
I'm really tired.
And the right hand,
Why? It's not
I don't know. Maybe it's just perspective. It looks a little off, but yeah, I think for Lobos you have to hold into a higher tier of quality, and yeah, I mean. I dig the black outline on the hair and stuff like that, and just that kind of art. But the Robert Palmer face kind of thing going on, the girl's face. But other than that, I think I would pass. Yeah, this is not one of Lobos' best.
Yeah. All right, Mike.
So I like it more than you guys do, but now that you've picked it apart, I like it less than I did.
Sorry.
No, that's fine. That's fine. That's good. That's good. You saved me some money. I like elements of it, and I'm not just talking about the boobs, but I like the face. I like the pose. I like the use of space. I like the red background. I don't like the outline of the hair. It looks like it's clip art. As a result, kind of just like cut and paste, which I don't like. Whereas the rest of it doesn't feel that way.
I thought that's what he was going for. That's all.
And I think he was.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, I don't know if it works. The proportions are definitely off on the hands. I don't care one way or another about the thigh gap thing. The sort of looking right past that. But yeah, I dig the cover. I wouldn't buy it. Lobos needs to be like Nort's Swim. I mean that's like his. I mean, to me that's I think his best cover is that Nort's illustrated swimsuit thing.
That is. I wanted to buy that one, but I was too late.
You didn't get it? Oh,
what?
No,
you don't have like 5 copies?
I got one and you didn't get one? That's weird.
Yeah, you were. I asked you because your shop had 2 extra copies, and you put it on our chat, and I was like, "Oh, Mike, pick me up one."
No. It wasn't. I said my comic shop, as in mycomicshop.com had it.
Oh,
not my local comic shop.
Oh, fail. All right. So yeah,
I'm sorry. Lost in translation.
But I also tried to get the original art.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah, I couldn't get it. It was gone.
You did actually try?
I tried.
Of course you did.
Somebody else bought it first?
Somebody beat me there.
Wow.
Damn.
Yeah.
Did they tell you how much they sold it for?
It's on his Facebook page.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right. Moving on to the next one here. We have Star Wars Mandalorian Season 2, number 6. Again, you can find it at Unknown Antihero and 616 by Carrie Andrews. Don't have any idea what the LE or cost is, but it does come with a trade dress. So you can get the whole set. Mike?
I like it. I like Carrie Andrews' work. I like that it's a little bit of a different, I don't know, just like a different concept. Sure. Concept for the whole idea. I like having the two of them juxtaposed on a cover. Two joined. They look a little too joined, like Siamese twinsy kind of to me, which is kind of off-putting. But otherwise, I think it's a really fantastically done cover. This feels like it would be worth a little bit of extra money. I will probably pass on it just because I've got so many Boba and Mando covers. Don't know that I need another one. But if you don't, this might really hit for you. It's clear that it was drawn with, there's a lot of space up there at the top. There's a lot of space up there at the top, which, leads me to believe that he meant for it to have trade dress. But is there a trade dress version of this?
There is.
Okay, I figured there must be.
Yep.
All right, so I get it. So I don't know that I care that it's the Virgin version, but I do like the art. I think Carrie's not talked about enough. I think he's better than many.
Okay. Jeff?
Okay, so for the majority of what Mike said, I absolutely agree. I do have an issue with they do look blended in together. That kind of is off-putting. It does throw me off a little. But with that said, I love the details between the two armor.
Mm-hmm.
I love the distinction of that Boba has no reflection from any other part of his armor, because other than maybe the face mask, and it feels even a little dirty. Like it's like it's lost its shine. It's also probably not Beskar, or maybe it is. I don't know. It's just rusted Beskar that he never shined again. But I like that old dusty look, and then the fact that on different parts of the Mandalorian like helmet, there are different types of reflection depending on what it's reflecting off of, from the top of the helmet to like the side where there's that little black, like it's such detail. I like Mike said, Carrie Andrews, I'm a fan of. I really dig the pauldron, and how the signet, it looks like it's very 3D-ish, like it's popping off of the armor. So I mean, that kind of detail, I mean, you'd have to applaud. I might think it's just a little bit too much fire going on here. That's it.
Gotcha. I like it. I think it's fantastic. You guys have already kind of gone on about it. I will not buy it. There's just way too many Mandalorian variants or exclusives for this entire series. You kind of have to like pick and choose which ones you get. I do like it, but I don't love it. So, how about this one? Do you guys love this one? Spider-Boy #1 from Trinity Comics by Humberto Ramos. It's an LE of $999 with a cost of I don't know. Looks like Mike is sleeping. Jeff, do you want to go first, or shall I?
I can go first.
All right.
I'm so mixed on this right now. It looks partially like video game-ish art. Like I don't know. I don't know why I'm thinking that. Maybe the lines are too straight, or the character looks like it's from a video game.
Yeah.
Look, cool trade dress. I'll take that trade dress any day of the week. I just don't know if the rest of it works for me.
God, I would love it if they made that the trade dress for the book, man.
Yes.
That would be great.
That would
Right?
be cool.
Yeah, so because like the building looks too perfect, but the character looks like it's cartoonish, animated, video game-ish. So I don't know. I wouldn't. I probably really like the trade dress though. I probably pass because I have a feeling this is like a $30-$40 book.
Okay.
I mean, what do you think for that limitation?
I honestly, I'm just like meh. I don't like Spider-Boy as a character. I don't think it has any legs. I think they're trying to force this character on us. Is the vibe I get. I'm in agreement with both you, Jeff, and Mike that trade dress looks fantastic. I wish they would put this trade dress and make it the trade dress for this particular series. It does have a video game-ish vibe to it. I do feel like it's not as, I don't know, clean as it could be. I think I agree with you in the point that the building just should be some dirt. It should show some sort of weathering on it. I think the perspective is a little off because you do have like the balcony, but
that's what's wrong with it. Thank you.
You're kind of looking at it from this perspective or this perspective, right? But the whole other, it just doesn't match everything else that's there. So it's very off. I kind of just don't like it. What about you, Mike?
So there's two things that really bother me a lot about this cover, and it has nothing to do with the art itself. It has to do with the layout. The fact that the Spider-Boy trade dress is just ever so slightly to the left-hand side, and it's not centered, really pisses me off. The other thing that really pisses me off is that the lines are angled by about 5 degrees rather than totally straight across the page.
Oh, that's what 78 points is at too.
Really drives me fucking nuts. So obviously that's an OCD thing that I've got going on here, but that ruins the cover. Those two things absolutely ruin the cover for me. I also think, like you do, that Spider-Boy is being forced is a terrible character. I have no interest in it. I love that trade dress. Please, Marvel, use something like that for somebody's book. Really, it should be like maybe like Spider-Gwen's book. Or you know what would be great? My brain just went a Sabine book.
Oh, with those colors.
With
those colors where she's painted her own trade dress.
And there was graffiti throughout Rebels.
Yes, please steal my idea, Marvel, please.
That is a good idea. I do want to add one more thing. Like, it feels like they are forcing this character like they did. So they're trying to like recreate a Silk character where they retcon a character from his past. And it just feels like they're trying to catch that same wave, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, nope. Big nope. Big nope on the whole thing. That's not Ramos's fault.
All right. What about this one? Spider-Man Smash. Spider-Gwen Smash. #1. KRS, Mutant Beaver, Eastside, Comic Mint by Lyrics Lee. LE of 500 with a cost of only $40. Mike.
No. It's like video game terribleness, bubblegum shit again. Like, don't care about the bubblegum thing. Too digital. Legs are too small.
Out his brain.
The limitation lie. Like, come on, man. Like, what is happening? Like, who is falling for this shit? Please don't buy like mediocre to bad art on a book that isn't really that limited. 3,000 of these exist, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know where they all are. They might only be selling 500 of them, but there are 3,000 of them.
Yep. All right, Jeff.
Only a little torn here. Only a little, because I there are aspects of it that I like, but the majority of it I don't. I'm more on Mike's side of this, where look, I'm the kind of fan of anime, but I don't know if this is necessarily even that great of an anime drawing. Even it kind of throws me off that everyone's kind of saying it. Her bubblegum is like this grayish blue thing, and I'm surprised they just didn't make it pink because it's her color, and that's what most bubblegum looks like.
Time you've done that.
She also did the whole Rian Gonzalez chibi, toy thing there. So okay, so but what really makes me not like it is the whole laziness of just blurring out the whole rest of the damn comic book
Yep.
behind her. That's
Agreed.
crap. That is a shortcut beyond shortcut that I do not like.
She's on a Zoom call. Come on.
Only if it made sense. You know what I'm saying? Like if it made sense, sure, I can go with that. But this doesn't make sense. It just looked like they blurred it out on purpose. And it's kind of whatever.
Yeah.
It's lazy.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just kind of whatever.
Yeah. Proportions are weird. Layout is weird. I think it's just weird overall. I'm not a fan. Big time pass. I agree with all of you guys. All right. It's a no.
Not for that price either.
Yep.
No, hell no.
That's right.
Hell.
All right. And
Yeah,
I
middle
believe
school.
that is it. We made it through the store exclusives. Gentlemen, thank you. The chat, thank you so much for hanging out with us. But Mike, where can we find you?
You can always find me on CBSI. That's comicbookinvest.com. On Tuesdays, late morning, early afternoon for Cover Fire, which is the non-incentive, non-exclusive look at the best cover, or my favorite covers anyway, for the week. And then Cover Tunes, 210 back issues, but I realized there's actually more like 218 back issues to go back and look at. So it's on hiatus at the moment. Life is crazy. Life continues to be crazy, so I haven't gotten back to it. I'd like to maybe eke out a Halloween issue if I can.
Ooh.
So keep your eyes peeled for that maybe over the next couple of weeks. But for now, go back and read some back issues. There are 3 or 4 other Halloween issues that I've done. So you can always go back and look at those. But check out CBSI for your Wednesday warrioring needs. And
I want the black one.
the black one is just the logo.
I want just the logo.
Okay.
Mike, I love your writing. I love your choices. So yeah, I love the articles. I mean, it's fantastic. Thank you. Keep it up. And I want to see that. I want to see new Halloween cover tunes.
Okay. Maybe I'll do a short one. Maybe it'll be like a 5 cover extravaganza.
Do it. All right. And then Jeff, would you please help me out? Would you be able to pull up the slot for all of the shows that are coming up this week?
Certainly can. So
Thank you.
So today obviously was Cover Lovers. You got tomorrow with the ladies of Nearing Nirvana on. They're gonna do a comic book women. It's usually some kind of pop culture take on comic books. Whether it's someone in the news, something's going on, something's coming up, something that is showing on TV or movies or right now. And then you've got on Wednesday. We probably won't have a show. You usually have movies and shows, but I don't think we've been quite busy as well. So we probably are going to skip on that. But you come back here on Thursday, you get the long story short. You get get the guys talking about some ghost books, some really cool covers that you've never seen before. I mean, this is almost like a ghost, version of, Cover Lovers for the past, because those are just ghost books, and a lot of those covers are great. And then you come back here on Friday, you got the ladies of Nearing Nirvana's variety show usually. But for this month, it is the Witching Hour. So they'll be talking about some ghost stories and experiences. And I think they even talk about a couple of books and stuff. But then you come back here on Saturday and you got Big West Coast Big Rob. You got Charlie. You've got Steve, Hip Hops, and me. And we'll be talking about Saturday morning Toy Box, what's coming out, new toys and everything. So yay.
All right. Thank you very much for that, Jeff. And as always, another shout out to our sponsors. Cover Price. Make sure to use Nirvana 14 for 30 days of unlimited cover price for only 99 cents. And Bird City Comics. Don't forget, use TNH10 to save yourself 10% off every single purchase over at Bird City, and our friend Sean over at DisplayGeek.com. Don't forget to use Team Nerd Herd to save 10% off your very first purchase of those beautiful display cases that you can use for your Funko Pops or action figures. All right. And Mike, would you please use Trisha's disclaimer? Oh, we'll get to that, Jeff.
No artists were harmed in the making of this podcast.
Oh, very good. Thank you very much.
Other
And
than
Jeff,
maybe
Where-
Rose Flesh.
I know just a little bit.
Maybe Rion Gonzalez too.
Oh yeah,
Jeff, where can we find you as well as Big Rob?
Well, hopefully they'll find the whole team Nerd Herd there. But we'll see how long Grayson will last at the show. At least it's free, sir.
That is true. That is true.
But yeah, we have a local Comic-Con coming up soon. It's on November 5th. It's a Sunday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. over in Anaheim, California at the Brookhurst Community Center.
Oh, right around the corner for all of us. Yeah, fine.
That's right. That's right.
Sorry,
You can make
sir.
it, Mike.
Sorry, sir. You know what? I wish it was multiple days because might be worth coming to, but it is just one day. But it's worth still coming to if you're in the area. It's free parking. It's free admission. So you get a little extra bucks to go spend and purchase some nice stuff. And trust me, these kind of local cons, you'll find great deals.
That's where you get the deals. Bring cash.
You'll find books that like people don't know they have. Like I saw someone with a Canadian price G.I. Joe that they go, oh, I got this for $1 or something like that, like 50 cents. And I was like, get the hell out of here.
I've never even seen one.
Yep. There's a lot of stuff, good stuff there. All right. Mike, is Dale there?
Dale, come on back. You want to take us out?
Yeah. Can Dale take us out?
Can you take us out? Come here. If you want to do it right,
If you want to do it right,
cover Horrors for
cover your
Life.
horse for life.
Yes.
Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you, Chad.
Cover your Horrors for your life.
Good job, Dale.
Thank you for watching us on the Rewind. Peace.
Later.
Thank you.